Ladies and gentlemen, who are going into this battleground, we need to be ready because our enemies are the only thing that's standing in our way. And in order for us to progress farther from where we are right now, we need to defeat them. And in order for us to defeat them, we must challenge our enemy first. So, ladies and gentlemen, the people right here, right now, who are ready to give up their lives to fight for what they are rightfully fighting for, they will do anything they can to accomplish their mission. And for everybody that's in the matches, from women wrestlers to superstars, they are all willing to sacrifice themselves for our entertainment, and they will sacrifice themselves to fight for a win. Each person that's right here is gonna be on BattleGround. They will fight to the death in order for them to get a victory. So, ladies and gentlemen, grab your guns, grab your baseball bats or whatever you have, and get ready for a fight of your lives, because we are going to BattleGround. Yo, what up, my guys from Facebook, YouTube, whatever you guys are watching from, and from the WWE or NXT universe. This is the big boss of Too Cool MV Cool. I am back here again, making you guys another video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So guess what, guys? Today we are gonna be talking about my predictions on WWE BattleGround of 2016. Woo! Awesome. So we have apparently like 9 matches or 9 stuff that we're gonna be watching on BattleGround, so it's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait to watch it. Sweet. So, enough without me talking, let's get down to the video. And the first thing we're gonna be talking about is apparently the kickoff show, which some people were speculating. Wait, is there a kickoff show? No, there isn't a kickoff show. But guess what? Apparently there is a kickoff show. So yeah. So, on the kickoff show, we're going to be having 2 segments. We are going to be having the Usos versus Breezango. And we're also going to have the highlight reel with Chris Jericho interviewing his special guest, the one and only, the Viper, Randy Orton. Boom, son. Boom! Okay, so what we're gonna start off first is apparently we're gonna be starting off with the Usos versus Breezango. So, who is gonna win this match? Well, I can honestly tell Breezango has been doing good. They've been getting some momentum. They've been doing everything they can to win, except for the Money in the Bank when they lost to Golden Truth, because apparently Golden Truth sort of messed around with their tanning machine, and because of that, Breezango both Tyler Breeze and Fandango both got really bad suntans. I mean, seriously, their freaking skin was like popping. It was like all red. It was like a freaking apple. Their skin was all red, and there was some boils coming from their body. It was like, ugh, nasty as hell. The Usos, we haven't seen the Usos fight in a while. So who's gonna be winning? Maybe if it's maybe the Usos might win, or Breezango. That's gonna be a difficult one, because you know, when somebody's gone for a while, or well, the Usos weren't gone for a while, they were just like doing something else. Except for one of the Usos, they were fighting AJ Styles. I forgot who that was. Was it that Jay? I think it was Jay. Yeah. Jay was fighting against AJ Styles, but that was a couple weeks ago. But it wasn't the tag team Usos, it was just one of the Usos, one half of the Usos. So yeah. So the Usos might wanna really wanna make a comeback, and because of it's the new era, it's new era. The new era. If nobody remembers, the brand split was this past Tuesday, and because of that, things are changing now. We have a new roster, a lot of different things that came up, and a lot of different wrestlers go to each separate brand from Raw and SmackDown. So when that thing happens, you know, it is time to shine. Yeah. So, and also Zango is really getting some momentum. Like I said, some momentum. Even though they lost at the Money in the Bank, they really want to make a name for themselves, because right now it's a new era, and they want to show everybody that Breezango is gonna win whatever they can, because they're gorgeous. And also the same thing as Fandango. I don't know what Fandango has. No, he doesn't have a catchphrase. Well, unless you can count his name, Fan Dan. Go. So who's gonna be winning this match? It depends if the Golden Truth doesn't come out and interfere with Breezango. I think I'm counting on that. I think maybe the Golden Truth is gonna come out and interfere with Breezango's match against the Usos. So maybe that might happen. If that doesn't happen, and if it's a fail, that the Golden Truth will do that. So I think maybe Breezango might win. They might get the victory, because you know sometimes when that happens, the referee is distracted and blah 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 blah. That's what happens. So who's gonna win? Breezango. Yep, on the kickoff show. Now, we have the highlight reel with the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller, Y2J, Chris Jericho, and he's gonna be interviewing the Viper, Randy Orton. So what kind of questions is Chris Jericho gonna ask Randy Orton? Well, maybe he might ask some questions of him and Randy Orton's battles over the years. Maybe he will ask him the question if Randy Orton is ready to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, or he is like scared to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. We don't know. We just don't know what kind of questions Chris Jericho might ask. But maybe Chris Jericho might do some like dick move, and he's gonna be asking himself some questions. And after that, he's gonna be giving us the gift of Jericho. Drink it in, man. That'd be funny. Man, I just like when he does that. So yeah, I think Chris Jericho might ask Randy Orton those kind of questions, like if he's ready for SummerSlam. How is he doing? Depends if Chris Jericho even cares how Randy Orton is doing. Because, you know, Chris Jericho is a heel, and mostly doesn't care about anybody right now. That's why he always tells everybody to shut up, and also calls people a stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. Ha! So yeah, we just don't know if Chris Jericho is gonna even care how Randy Orton's health is doing. So yeah. But you know, he is gonna tell him some questions. So how you doing, sort of, quote unquote. Are you ready for SummerSlam? Are you ready to face Brock Lesnar? Do you feel confident that you will win this match against Brock Lesnar? But we actually don't know that. Only one man knows that, and that is the Viper, Randy Orton. So we just have to wait what Randy Orton has to say on Chris Jericho's highlight reel. Now, on to the main match cards. So, the first thing we're going to be talking about is apparently the match between... how should we start this off? You know, let's start this off with John Cena, Enzo Amore, Big Cass, and the Club. Now, for those who don't know, apparently the Club did split up at the draft. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson were drafted to Raw, and AJ Styles was drafted to SmackDown. So they're both each separate brands. So I think this will be the last time they will ever be together. Until they get back together again on the same brand. But this is the last time they're gonna be tagging with each other until they both go their separate ways into each separate brand. How did this whole thing started? Well, it's because apparently AJ Styles and the club were getting tired of John Cena, and their new catchphrase of John Cena is "Beat up John Cena, beat up John Cena, beat up John Cena." That's what they want to do. They just want to beat the fuck out of John Cena until John Cena is no more. So, apparently on an episode of Raw, John Cena was getting his ass beat by the club again, and then out of nowhere, Enzo Amore and Big Cass came out to help out John Cena, and boom, they just beat the heck out of the club. It was a 3-on-3. It was a nice, fair match. And the one thing that's gonna be suspicious is the same thing happened with Big Cass and Enzo Amore when Enzo was having a match against what was it, Carl Anderson or AJ Styles? Yeah, it was Enzo Amore fighting against AJ Styles on SmackDown, and apparently AJ Styles won, and with that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson started to beat the fuck out of Big Cass, and apparently after that Enzo was getting his ass beat too. Then people were speculating that John Cena wasn't gonna revive. They thought that he was gonna be alive here because he was hosting at the ESPYs. So people were like, damn. But wait! Guess who came out to save Enzo Amore and Big Cass from the club? It was John Cena! John Cena came out to help out Enzo Amore and Big Cass because John Cena said that you guys have my back, I have yours. So John Cena ran down the ramp, went into the ring, beat the fuck out of them, and now it's a fair match. So it was the same thing what Big Cass and Enzo did for John Cena. Now it's the other way around. Now John Cena is helping out Enzo and Big Cass. So boom, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Boom, son. But then there was a match between Enzo Amore and Big Cass and John Cena versus the club, and it was on episode of Raw. It was a 6-man tag team match. Was it on Raw or was it on SmackDown? I think it was on SmackDown. I forgot which show it was. But there was a tag team match between them, and apparently there was a sort of a bad communication with Enzo and John Cena, because apparently when Enzo tried to punch somebody, John Cena sort of got in the way, and Enzo kind of punched John Cena in the face, and John Cena just got like, he got knocked down and he got ran over the he got knocked out of the ring. And then AJ Styles grabbed Enzo and boom, 1, 2, 3, the club wins. So I'm just worried how this whole thing is gonna be going between Enzo and Big Cass and John Cena. We just don't know how long this team will last because of that miscommunication. What happened? Would it happen again on BattleGround? We don't actually know. And apparently it's gonna be a interesting match because something might happen. or maybe somebody else might come out, like, you know, some sort of like a demon, somebody from NXT that just got drafted to main roster on Raw. He might come out and help out John Cena. And the person I'm talking about is Finn Balor, because Finn Balor obviously is the member of the club. And will he help John Cena, or will he form again with the club? We don't know. We have to wait and see. Okay, so who's gonna be winning this match? Jeez. You know what? I'm gonna leave this undecided because I'm just worried on what's gonna happen. We just don't know that something surprising might happen during that match. So we have to wait and see what's gonna happen. Awesome! Okay, the next match we have in our card is apparently a title match, and it's for the Intercontinental Championship. It is The Miz versus Make Darren Young Great Again. Darren Young, the Young. Boom, son. Now, how did this match start? Well, apparently this match started because apparently The Miz wanted to find out who is going to be his next opponent to fight him for his Intercontinental Champion. So WWE decided to host a 30-man over-the-top Rope Battle Royal, and I actually thought Baron Corbin or Apollo Crews was gonna win that match. I actually thought that, but no, apparently, they didn't. So the funniest thing is, what the outcome of the match of the Battle Royal? Guess who won that match? It was Darren Young. Darren Young won the Battle Royal. And the funniest thing is, he was the only person left. He didn't take out Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews took themselves out. And the funniest thing is that Darren Young was just in the corner. He was just recovering. And after that, when he looked up, it was like, whoa, where is everybody? And until he just noticed it, whoa, I won the match. Whoa, I won the match. Yeah, boy. And that was kind of funny. Daniel was like confused. He was like, whoa, what the fuck happened here? And then after that, they started playing this music, and people would start cheering and saying, Darren Young, dun 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 dun, Darren Young, dun 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 dun. And you see Bob Backlund in the corner was going all crazy. He was like, yes, yes, make Darren Young great again. And then Bob Backlund got into the ring. He started picking up Darren Young. And the funniest thing is, for Bob Backlund's age, man, how old is Bob Backlund? Like 60 something? Yeah, he's like 60 something. For Bob Backlund's age, damn, he still got the strength. Damn. And so he picked up Darren Young, and they were cheering. And then there was a back interview with Darren Young and Bob Backlund, hosted by Renee Young. They were talking to them, and apparently they were saying that they were getting ready. They're getting ready and hyped up for this match because Darren Young is getting great again. So awesome. And then there was a interview with Darren Young and Bob Backlund, and it was apparently on Miz TV. So Miz decided to bring along Darren Young and Bob Backlund to the show, and they would start talking. And so the Miz, before he got started, he wanted to let everybody know who Bob Backlund was. So apparently the Miz showed everybody Bob Backlund's career and for respect for him. So we saw the career of Bob Backlund, which was awesome. Good job, Bob Backlund. And it's always good to look back at your history. It's always good to look back at your accomplishments, because sometimes when there's new people right here that are new to the wrestling, they don't actually know who this person was, because some people who don't actually know who Bob Backlund is. So apparently the Miz wanted to remind everybody who Bob Backlund was. So good job, Miz. At least that's one good thing you did on Miz TV. because sometimes on Miz TV you always talk about yourself and always interrupt people. So good job, Miz. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. So, anyways, then the Miz was apparently talking trash and was talking nonsense to Bob Backlund, and then Darren Young decided to step up for his life coach, and then they, the Miz and Darren Young got into a little tiny brawl, and then the Miz walked out, and they were looking at each other face to face, Darren Young and the Miz, and they were saying, "I'll meet you at BattleGround, and I'm gonna take that belt from you." Boom! We have the match right now. Awesome. So who's gonna win this match? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be shocking for me if when Darren Young made his debut a few weeks earlier, and already he won the belt from the Miz. That'd be quite shocking. No doubt, that'd be quite shocking. So, I believe in Darren Young, and I want him to be great again. Confusing on this match. I think I'm gonna leave this match undecided because this match is gonna be really interesting. Because I want to see what's gonna happen. Because we have one guy that already made his debut, and we have the Miz, who obviously is some sort of dude. And plus, to remind everybody, each person has their own manager. Bob Backlund is on Darren Young's corner, and Maurice is on the Miz's corner. So either one of them is gonna distract the referee, and the other person is gonna win. You have to wait and see what's gonna happen, because you know that old thing that always happens: distract the referee, you get the win. Plain and simple. So this match is gonna be undecided because I just don't know who is going to win. Bam, son. Now we have another match, and it's another championship match. It's for the U.S. Championship. It's apparently the so-called American hero, what Lana likes to say. It's Rusev versus Zack Ryder for the United States Championship. And you know, how did this match started? Well, this match started was when Zack Ryder was having a match against Sheamus. And the funniest thing is, Zack Ryder won. He won his match. And apparently, Zack Ryder says he's all ready, he's all pumped up, he's on momentum, and Zack Ryder thinks he is confident enough to challenge Rusev for a chance at his United States Championship. And he also said to Rusev backstage, he said the same thing to him. So, apparently there was a match between another rematch between Sheamus and Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder lost this one, but then somebody came out, and that person was apparently Rusev, and Rusev laid the accolade on Zack Ryder, and then he told Zack Ryder that, "I accept your challenge. I will break you. You will be crushed." Damn, boy, that's scary right now. So yeah, apparently that's how we got the match. And then over time, when the weeks passed, Zack Ryder was just intimidating Rusev. Also, he did the same thing. He intimidated Rusev on a show of, I think it was SmackDown, when Rusev was on a match with Dolph Ziggler, and then Zack Ryder came out, and then Rusev was distracted, and then Dolph Ziggler won with a roll up, 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler won, and then Rusev was like going all maniac. He was all pissed off. He was mad, and so he decided to take out his frustration on everything that was in his way. He grabbed the chair, he hit the freaking barricade, he picked up the freaking steel steps, he just threw the steel steps, he destroyed the commentary table, did everything. He did everything. He destroyed everything that was in his path because he was so mad for what Zack Ryder did to him. And with that, he is ready to crush Zack Ryder at BattleGround. So Zack Ryder, man, you better watch out because you just messed with the Bulgarian brute. And you are in for some trouble, buddy. Buddy. Ah! So, who's gonna win this match between Zack Ryder and Rusev? Interesting. Well, if Zack Ryder believes everything that he says that he's going to do to Rusev, then Zack Meyer. I said Zack Meyer. Zack Meyer? Who the heck is Zack Meyer? Zack Ryder. There we go. Rusev or Zack Ryder? Rusev or Zack Ryder? If it's a clean match and Lana doesn't have to do anything with it, because I swear to God, if Lana goes on that top rope and distracts the referee, then this is bullshit. I'm not lying, this is gonna be bullshit. Because every freaking time when there's a match, Lana is always in the corner of Rusev, and how does Rusev always win? Lana is always there to help them. So, referee, please kick out Lana. Just take Lana out of the match. Please. I just want this to be a nice, clean fight. And if Zack Ryder loses to Rusev clean, that'd be great. At least Rusev didn't cheat. But if Zack Ryder wins, then awesome. But if Lana decides to do something stupid to distract the referee, and then with that, it might cause Rusev to lose the United States Championship. The same thing as what she did on WrestleMania 31 when it was John Cena versus Rusev, and Lana tried to distract John Cena. It failed. Rusev got beat by John Cena, and boom, 1, 2, 3, he lost his belt. So are we gonna see the same thing on what happened at WrestleMania 31 right here on BattleGround? We just have to wait and see. So for this match, I'm gonna leave it as an undecided because we just don't know what's gonna be happening at the outcome of this match. You know, man, things are gonna get crazy. So now the next match we have on our list is a match between the WWE World. Wait, how am I supposed to say this? Okay, the WWE world's longest time. Okay, the WWE world's longest tag team champions. There we go. Versus the Wyatt family. So if nobody who doesn't know, apparently the New Day are the longest reigning tag team champions, defeating Paul London and Eric Brian Kendricks. There you go. I said Eric by accident. Defeating Paul London and Brian Kendricks record. So apparently the New Day is the longest reigning tag team champions. Wow, who saw that coming? Not that much people though. Not that much people saw that coming. Some people were speculating that they were gonna lose at the Money in the Bank, but no, they didn't. So interesting. So it's gonna be the New Day versus the Wyatt family. And how did this come about? Well, this happened because apparently the New Day were making fun of the Wyatt family because the Wyatt family came back and they were gone for quite a while. So the Wyatt family came back, and then out of stupidity, the New Day decided to come out and make fun of the Wyatt family. And if you guys have any balls to mess with the Wyatt family, then goddamn, bruh, you definitely have some balls, because the Wyatt family does not play around, bruh. The Wyatt family does not play around. So the New Day decided to make fun of the Wyatt family, except for one person. Xavier Woods didn't make fun of the Wyatt family, because Xavier Woods was apparently he was scared of the Wyatt family. So he was quiet. Xavier Woods was keeping his mouth shut, while Big E and Kofi were doing the work for him. And over the weeks, the Wyatt family and the New Day were encountering each other. And then after like, damn, am I supposed to say this? After enough of this sort of confrontation, Bray Wyatt decided to bring the New Day to the Wyatt family's compound. And then there was a segment on Raw when Xavier Woods was talking to Kofi and Big E, and he was telling them that you guys aren't taking this serious. The Wyatt family are animals, and they are going to destroy us. And if you guys don't take this seriously, then I don't think we can stand a chance against the Wyatt family. And with that, I actually thought the New Day was breaking up, because some people were suspecting that the New Day was breaking up because of what happened with Xavier Woods walking out. But no, the team did not break up. They're still together. And the funniest thing is, right when Xavier Woods was walking out, I heard a little kid screaming, "No! No! No!" That was so funny. I heard that little kid in the background. He was saying, "No! No! No! Don't leave! Please don't leave!" That was funny. And so, the Wyatt family and Xavier Woods, the Wyatt family and the New Day fought each other in the compound. And man, this was an awesome fight. It had that freaking scary thing, that kind of scary. Some people were saying it was something from TNA, and I don't know what. I don't watch TNA, but some people were saying that it was a rip-off from an episode of TNA doing the same thing what the Wyatt family and the New Day are doing. But I don't know. Some people were saying it was like a little bit like it, but not that much. So I don't know, man. I didn't watch it. I don't watch TNA, so yeah, I wouldn't know about it. So, but I like to say that was awesome. The New Day versus the Wyatt family and their compound, and it was freaking creepy and freaking crazy too. I mean, the one thing that's crazy for me when I saw this is when freaking Bray Wyatt came out of the tree when Xavier Woods was hiding from him, and Bray Wyatt decided to swing a freaking axe. And let me remind you guys, this is not a fake axe. This is not a prop. It was a freaking real axe, man. I mean, usually when you hit a axe, a fake axe, it just does a thump noise. But when you heard the sound of this axe hit the tree, bro, that was a fucking real axe that Bray Wyatt was swinging. So, god damn, Xavier Woods got out of the way just in time before he was shish kebab by Bray Wyatt. Man, dude, this fight was crazy between them. And I honestly thought that in this fight, I thought that Luke Harper was gonna come out. But as spectated, Luke Harper is not coming out because of his injury. He's not coming back until October, so that kind of sucks. That would have been awesome if he came back. But, you know, what can you do? So who's gonna be winning this match between the Wyatt family and the New Day? This is gonna be a tough one too, man. Really tough one. So for this match, it's gonna be an undecided. I'm not lying, man. This is gonna be a really hard one to pick out who's gonna be winning this match. The New Day versus the Wyatt family. Yes, and the same thing as what I said with the club. After Sunday is gonna be the last time, because after Sunday everybody's gonna be going their separate ways. So the same thing with the Wyatt family. Braun Strowman is not gonna be with the Wyatt family because he apparently got drafted to Raw, and Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt both got drafted to SmackDown. So let's just wait and see what's gonna happen. So with this match, it's gonna be an undecided. Now the next match we have on our card is apparently a match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Again, for how many times? I think this is like three straight pay-per-views in a row. Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens? I actually thought the last one was gonna be the last one, but apparently no, it wasn't. They still want to keep on fighting because they want to prove to each other that which one is the best. So, I don't know. It's a tough one, but I don't know. I can't freaking pick anymore. I don't know who's gonna be winning. So I'm gonna leave it undecided because it's really hard to pick out which one you want to win. But apparently we don't know. So it's an undecided between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And surprisingly, this is a quick one because we've seen a lot of matches from them, but we just want we just actually don't know what's gonna happen in this match. So yeah. Yeah. So Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn is an undecided one. Awesome. The next match we have on the list is a match between Becky Lynch and Natalya. And how did this match start? Well, this match started because apparently Natalya sort of betrayed and backstabbed Becky Lynch because of what happened in Money in the Bank. There was some miscommunication between Becky Lynch and Natalya, and because of that, Natalya decided to backstab Becky. And Becky was so mad because she trusted Natalya. They've known each other for almost 10 years, and Becky Lynch was like shocked for what Natalya did to her. And so over the weeks, Natalya and Becky Lynch just went on and started butting heads with each other because of what Natalya did. And you can't have any blame on Becky Lynch. This is all Natalya's fault for what she did. So good job, Natalya. Not a good idea of doing that. And because of you, now you are being stalked by the last kicker. So not a good idea. So apparently Becky Lynch and Natalya are having a match on BattleGround. And who do I think is going to be winning this match? I think Becky. Becky honestly needs to get a win because Becky hasn't been doing so good right now. She's been losing some matches. Some, not all of them, but she's been losing some matches. So Becky Lynch really needs to get this win. And she also needs to embarrass Natalya, because since Natalya betrayed Becky Lynch, it would be fair for Becky Lynch to embarrass Natalya with a win. So will that happen? Yes. So who's gonna win this match? Becky Lynch. I want Becky to win. Okay. The next match we have is the match between Charlotte Dana Brooke versus Sasha Banks and her mystery partner. And I already covered this in my video, in one of my videos, so I don't want to get into too much details on this one, but we still need to know who's going to be Sasha's mystery partner, and we need to know who it is. So that's the main thing we need to find out. That's the main thing we need to find out who her partner is going to be. But you know what? I just wanna go on and talk about how this match started. This match started was when Sasha Banks came back and wanted to challenge Charlotte for the Women's Championship. and Charlotte said no, and Charlotte told Sasha to prove herself if she is right for a title shot. So apparently Sasha Banks had to fight Dana Brooke twice, one on Raw and one on SmackDown. And over the time when Sasha won clean on that one, and Sasha won again, but then Charlotte got into the ring and interfered. And then Becky Lynch came out and helped out Sasha Banks. And then there was another tag team match between Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Dana and Charlotte. But then that match suddenly got interfered due to Natalia's rivalry against Becky Lynch. So because of that, Natalya was beating the heck out of Becky Lynch, and then Charlotte and Dana Brooke were in the ring beating up Sasha Banks. So blah 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 blah. So like I said, we just don't know who Sasha's partner is gonna be, but I can honestly tell maybe Sasha and her partner is gonna win. Yeah. But if you guys want to go check out the video that I was talking about Sasha's partner, it's you can go check it out. So awesome. And who's gonna be winning this match? Let's leave it as in Sasha Banks and her mystery partner, because you know sometimes when somebody has a mystery partner, if you don't know who it is, they always come up the winners. So they are gonna win, except for the one with except for the mystery partner when it was Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus the Wyatt family, and their mystery partner was Chris Jericho and they lost. That one I'm gonna leave out because that was a fail. So yeah. So I hope they win. Sasha Banks and her mystery partner, I hope they win, but if they lose, then fuck. Yep. Fuck. Okay. Now, the next match we have on our list is the final match of the pay-per-view. And it's the match between the WWE World Champion Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns, the returning Roman Reigns that came back on Saturday. So awesome. Saturday or Sunday? No, Saturday or Friday? I think yeah, it was Friday. So it was Friday. So dang, I'm messing this up right now. It's Dean Ambrose versus the returning Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. So boom. And you know what? It's what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted to see the Shield fight against each other. They wanted to see the most dangerous tag team to face each other. And ladies and gentlemen, we finally got it. We finally got the Shield triple threat match. Everybody's been talking about it, everybody wanted it, and guess what? We finally got it. But the funniest thing is that apparently there was some problems that happened. And the problem was between Roman Reigns of his suspension. So things didn't really actually go out the way it was planned, but you know, nobody's perfect. It happens. And yeah. So what's going to happen in this Shield triple threat? I said triple threat match. Do we still see Dean Ambrose as the champion, or do we see Roman Reigns gaining back his throne as the leader of the Roman Empire, or do we see Seth Rollins getting the belt back? Because apparently, how did this match start? This match started was when it was the match between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Seth Rollins won against Roman Reigns, and then out of nowhere, Dean Ambrose came out because, like Dean Ambrose said, he made a promise. He told everybody that when I win this Money in the Bank contract briefcase, Who knows? Maybe I might cash it in the same night. And guess what? He fucking did that. He did it. And because of that, Dean Ambrose is the champion. So, because of that, the next night on Raw, Dean Ambrose was talking, and then Seth Rollins came out because he was so freaking mad, because he worked his ass off, because he put this company on his back to get his championship back, but no, he lost it thanks to Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose was a coward and hit Seth Rollins in the back with the briefcase, and because of that, he wanted a rematch. He wanted a match between Dean Ambrose for the World Championship, for the WWE World Championship. But then Roman Reigns came out. He said, "Congratulations, brother, but I want a championship shot." And because of that, they were wondering who was gonna be who's gonna be the challenger for Dean Ambrose's championship match. So apparently they made a match between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to decide who is gonna be the #1 contender for the championship match. And apparently that match ended in a double, I think it was a double countout, and then the referee was saying that both of them didn't make it, and that's when nobody didn't know what's going on. Then Shane McMahon wanted to do another rematch, but then Dean Ambrose came out and he told Shane McMahon that I'll fight both of them. I'll fight both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for this championship belt. And guess what? Shane McMahon granted him that wish. So now we have a Shield triple threat match for BattleGround. Everything was going all good, but since we got Roman Reigns' suspension, that's when shit went down the toilet. And it wasn't really good for Roman Reigns. And because of that, Seth Rollins was making fun of Roman Reigns and was making it feel like a disgrace of what he did. And he also did a funny interview. Now Seth Rollins has his own interview thing. It's called the Seth Rollins Report. So, and he was interviewing Roman Reigns, asking him questions of how does it feel that you did this? You betrayed your family and betrayed everybody. And of course, you know, that interview wasn't real. He was just doing some fake interviews and all that stuff. So blah 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 blah. And because of that, Dean Ambrose decided to come out, told Seth Rollins that how does it feel that I have this and you don't? And they were butting heads with each other every single week until BattleGround, which is right now. And then out of nowhere, on Friday, July 22nd, 2016, we saw the returning of Roman Reigns. And so now, things are gonna get serious. So, who's gonna be winning this match between Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins for the ultimate prize, the WWE Championship belt? I don't know, man. This is gonna be a really tough one because we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know who's gonna win. Some people are saying that Seth Rollins is gonna win. Yes, maybe he might win, but how? How is he gonna win? Is there gonna be some miscommunication with Seth Rollins and with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns? Because I'm speculating, are they still brothers or are they enemies now? Ooh, interesting. That's what we need to find out. But with this match, I'm gonna leave as damn, it's gonna be a hard one. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, man. You know what? For this final one, I'm gonna leave it as an undecided because I just don't know who's gonna win. I don't know what's gonna happen. Shit's gonna get crazy. Blah 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 blah. So honestly, who do I think is gonna win this match. It's gonna be an undecided. And with that, we are done with my prediction video. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's see what's gonna happen on Battleground, because man, Battleground is gonna be one crazy war. It's gonna be a battlefield. Stop now. So anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys like this video. And let's see what happens at Battleground. Sweet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys. Peace out.
You make me feel